Shivani, what more can you add to this? Because it does seem that all of this was a well-coordinated tri-service missile strike on Pakistan.
Preeti, certainly this was a well-coordinated tri-services operation. That's what the release also says, that the Operation Sindoor was a well-carried-out strike against the terror outfits at different locations in Pakistan and POJK. In fact, these 9 targets have been neutralized. They have been destroyed. And the kind of execution was done was well indicated in advance since last 2 weeks, when we were seeing all the 3 Navy all the 3 chiefs, including the Navy chief, the Air chief, and the Army chief. They were briefing the Prime Minister in the presence of Raksha Mantri, the CDS and the NSA. So it was quite indicative of the fact that all the 3 forces will be coordinating for a kind of strategic action that they will be taking ahead to neutralize and avenge the deaths of the 26 people in Pahalgam. And that's what has happened. What the sources have been indicating to us, Preeti, that the Navy was also involved, and we've been seeing how the operational drills were in action in the Arabian Sea. A lot of demonstrations were shown. Even the BrahMos was activated in one of the operations that we saw right after the Pahalgam attack. And we also saw how the P-8I aircraft of the Indian Navy was also conducting some drills in this whole area in the Arabian Sea. That means this was a closely coordinated operation between the 3 forces, the Indian Army, the Indian Air Force and the Indian Navy. The kind of assets that have been indicative of being used are the Rafale jets, the Sukhois and the other fighters of the Indian Air Force that have carried out this precision strike against Pakistan's terror outfits. And very important out here to mention that none of the military infrastructure or the civilian infrastructures have been hit in this kind of strike. That speaks about the precision, and this also involves loitering munition, that is the most advanced munition that is used for a specific target in a focused area. So a localized target in a specific area can be hit hard with whole lethality. These missiles that we are speaking about, it has been indicated by the sources, Preeti, that these missiles could have been used in this kind of operation. These are known for their lethality, their stealth, their precision on the targets, pinpoint targets, and the low altitude flying, 30 to 40 meters of altitude that can be taken. So we need to understand that this was a well-coordinated operation of the best of our weapon systems, techniques, and collaboration synergy. What India has been working on since past few years on the synergy between the forces, the Indian Army, Navy, and the Air Force. And in this particular Operation Sindoor, that synergy also shows, that target also shows, the lethality and the stealth weapon system usage is very evident. Preeti.
Well, you know, ultimately, viewers, this is retribution. 2 weeks down, it's retribution. Maybe if there is something called closure to family members of the 26 innocent lives that were lost in the Pahalgam airstrike, the Pahalgam terror strike. All right, viewers, we are getting in more information right now, and I want to bring in Sunil G. Bhatt, who's going to take us through all the 9 locations that were struck by India. Sunil ji, you want to come in and give us more details? All right, we have Mir Farid with us. Mir, Bawalpur, Muridke, Gulpur, Bimber, Chak, Amru, Bagh, Kotli, Sialkot, Muzaffarabad are the 9 locations which are hit. All of them where the intelligence was amassed by RAW, all of them terror launch pads, some of them hideouts of terrorists like Hafiz Saeed.
Absolutely, Preeti. This has taken quite a bit of homework as far as intelligences and the armed forces are concerned, because these are all hideouts of the Jaish-e-Mohammed Lashkar, especially Jaish-e-Mohammed, because while we have been repeatedly saying that they have been operating in shadow names like PAFF, like TRF, Kashmir Tigers, but we know that the mothership obviously is the Jaish-e-Mohammed, and we know who are operating Jaish-e-Mohammed and from where. So this is based on intel inputs from agencies, and on the basis of which these targeted attacks have happened, precise targeted attacks against locations of Jaish-e-Mohammed, especially Lashkar, in these at least 8 to 9 sites which are in and around POK, Muzaffarabad. And we know that post the Pahalgam attack, and considering that Pakistan was expecting a response from India, some of these sites or terror launch pads and camps were vacated. But there were still reports that there were camps where there were Jaish and Lashkar terrorists. They're very much present. And it seems that all these sites have been targeted. One thing that has been made clear from the Indian side, from the army, is that no civilian assets, no Pakistani civilian assets or army formations have been targeted. It is precisely targeting the terror infrastructure, which has been bleeding India since ages. So that part has been made clear, though there are now reports coming in from Pakistan. Their DGISPR and others have said that, in fact, spoken about some casualties, at the same time saying that they will retaliate at their time of choosing and at their own time. So that threat has come from Pakistan. And Preeti, I can also tell you that a fighter jet, as we have reported, has crashed in Papur. And in fact, we'll in some time, although we've got the visuals, get complete reports, because right now, even the security forces, the police hasn't reached the location. Based on eyewitness accounts and fire and emergency accounts, that it is a fighter jet. There is fuselage. There is a complete the damage to the fighter jets. Parts are scattered everywhere. So that information I can confirm to you. But yes, a massive strike where all built forces, be it the army, all parts of the defense, the tri-services, their assets have been used to damage and to smash the terror infrastructure in Muzaffarabad, in and around POK.